Hello, hello. This is my car, my 2013 Acura TL. I now am going on the third year of ownership, and I'm really liking this car. I'm liking it a lot, and I've not really had pretty much any issues with it. And it's been really nice to upkeep and maintain. And it's been pretty fun to do a couple little mods too. I've never done anything super crazy to it, but you know, little things here and there. I'll probably make a separate video of just the mods specifically. But this is kind of like a 3-year recap of owning the car, and also just like an updated car review of it, an overview of the car. But I'm really liking it. As you can see here, I got some new headlights here. So these look a lot better, a lot more clear and clean, which is really nice. And I did replace all the lights in here with LED lights. So all of them in here, so the fog lights down here, the turn signals, the high beam, the low beam, and all of it really, the daytime running lights as well, all are high beams. I showed in the last video I got rid of the front bumper here, or the, not the front bumper, the license plate on the bumper in the front. Got rid of that, I replaced it with the tow hook license because I do like that look a lot better. But yeah, I did like quite a few things to it at this point really, but nothing crazy. I didn't like turbo it or nothing. But I really like this car. It's a great car. I highly recommend it. I recommend Acura by and large, but especially this car, the 4th generation Acura TL. It is super duper nice. So I'm just gonna do an overview like I did in the first video, my first review, just to kind of show everybody what's going on and how the car works. All right, so this is the passenger side of the car. Something cool it has is keyless entry. So if you put your hand here, it detects that your hand is here, unlocks the door, and you can open it. So something I found out over time is that you actually can change the settings in the car when you're driving the car. You can actually change the settings in there and make it so it opens only the driver's side door, only the front doors, or you can have the whole car open, which is really cool. For me personally, I like to have the whole car open because if I have groceries or whatever I'm carrying, I could just put my hand to the door, they all unlock, bada boom, bada bing, put it in the back seat or the trunk, whatever. So it's really nice. I got the 7-spoke rims right there, which are really nice as well. I really like the look of that. It has the Acura logo in the middle. It has 5 standard lug nuts on it. I do have the calipers there that I had painted myself red, just to make it look sportier, make it look nicer, and also prevent like rust and corrosion. But I'll show you something else that's cool too on the side. If you click the button here on the driver and on the passenger side, it actually locks the doors. So then just to unlock it again, just put your hand there, you can open it up. Click the button there, and you can lock it. So it's really cool in that sense. All right, and something else too is the side mirror. It does have an LED across here, and whenever you put your directional on, your turn signal on, it'll start blinking on the sides. Pretty standard in most cars nowadays, but still a nice feature to have for safety. And just to light it up, especially at night, makes it really nice. All right, so here is the back of the car, the rear, the trunk. I really like it. I was trying to actually replace these. These are just reflectors. I was trying to replace these, and they have some kits online with directionals or turn signals. So whenever you turn your turn signal on, it would actually put that on too. They have some that are sequential and some that are just regular flicking on and off. That is actually a lot above my pay grade. I didn't realize it was so difficult. All the wiring and the resistors and all that stuff. But yeah, basically I skipped on modding that part. I was thinking about it originally. But it's really nice. You have the spoiler here, it really goes in nice. You have the backup camera here. There's a button here to open up the trunk. Pretty decent space for a sedan, not too shabby at all. And yeah, it's just really nice. So these actually come pre-installed LED, so the brake lights are already LED. You also have up here LEDs for a third brake light. And I'm just really liking the look of it all. You know, that kind of like beak style, I really like that. And yeah, let me show you the other side. Okay, and I'll show you guys something else as well. So when you do open the trunk, you'll notice that this is right here. Instead of being out on the sides or taking up a lot of space, it actually gives you a little bit more room. The first car that I ever had, they were actually right here, so it basically blocked all entry into the trunk. So it was like really fun trying to put stuff in and out. But this one's a lot better. It's like all tucked away. It's really nice in that sense. Something really interesting is right back here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but all the way back here, I'm gonna try to zoom in. There is a cubby space, essentially. Now the weird thing is the seats do not fold down. So there's just like a little cubby in between. I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, but there's like a cubby in between the middle of the 2 seats in the back. So it gives you a little bit extra space if you have something to put in there, but you know, it'd be nicer if the seats could fold down and then you have even more trunk space. But hey, it's not too shabby at all. Now something that also comes in the trunk is the spare tire. It also comes with the tow hook that you can add to it, and it also comes with the jack. I actually took those out just to save some weight in my car. But yeah, it does come with that, so it's always like a nice feature to have. A lot of the newer cars don't have spare tires; they just have like fix-a-flat or something similar along those lines. So it's kind of interesting that you know, this car here has it. Here is the other side of the car, the driver's side. I wanted to show you guys the hood. It does look really nice in there. They have the plastic just to kind of cover some of the spots in there, but it looks really nice, and I'll show it to you guys. So one way to open it is right here. Open the door, and it is right under here. When you pull that back, you can open the hood over this way, and I'll show you the inside. Here is the engine bay. It looks really nice. Everything is labeled on here, so you have the engine coolant here. You have the battery terminal over there. I can show you what that looks like too. You just pop that off, and it has the red terminal right there for you. Easy for jump starts and whatnot. You have everything here that you need. 0W20. It's just nice overall. I really like it. You can see everything in there, and all of this does pop out as well. You can do your windshield washer fluid without having to take everything out too, so it makes it nice and easy. But it does pop out. It uses the little like Honda and Acura clips, which I don't love. I have to keep buying those on Amazon because as soon as you pop them out, they kind of just go anywhere and everywhere. Yeah, good luck finding them again. But yeah, but it's still nice. It's a really clean looking engine bay. It looks really, really good. And I got no complaints. I really like it a lot. Just to show you what's going on in here, on the driver's side door, you have 2 presets in there. You also have the side view mirrors that you can change electronically. You have the hood button. You also have the gas tank release, which is nice. That way people don't try to siphon gas. I don't know where you live. Where I live, that doesn't really happen, but some people live in places like that. Right here is for the hood. You have the traction control in there, or ABS on. And then over here, I wondered what that was for a while. And it is actually the lights. So it'll make the lights either on here lighter or brighter. So you can make it lower, higher. It's pretty interesting. So what else do we have going on here? We have the middle console right here. So this part's really cool. This part goes in and out. You can put whatever in here. I just have glass cleaners, lock for the gym, you know. Then, if you go here, there's a button. It's a hidden button. And under there, you open it. And you have more space in here for the actual compartment. You do have a power outlet there, like a cigarette lighter style. You have a place to plug in an aux cable, although no phones have aux anymore. And you also have a USB in here. USB, I think it's 2.0 if I'm not mistaken. And that's a way for you to connect your phone for contacts and music, whatever. There is Bluetooth as well, which is what I use. And to get to the Bluetooth, you just click HDD aux a few times until it shows up as Bluetooth. Then also here, you have a hidden drink compartment, which is really, really neat. And put it all together, it's really nice. Now down here, you have heated seats low and high, both sides. You have the Prindle. You have this here, it's a little storage compartment. But just remember, it is not an ashtray. I'm glad that they put that there, because of course I thought that would have been an ashtray. Everybody thinks that. Something different on this one, I actually do have the carbon fiber wrap all the way around on the inside. Goes all the way to the door. I don't know if you've seen that earlier. That is custom, so that was done to it. And it even goes to the back seat as well. But I just thought it looked pretty nice. What else do we have going on here? So we have the screen. This is the main screen. It's not on right now, but this is where the GPS is. Then down here, you also have the hazard, of course. Down here, it can look a little bit cluttered. I get that. I'm just used to it at this point. But this is GPS. This is everything to do with the screen up there. So this is your destination that you want to get to, cancel, like how you navigate the menu. This does go in a circle. You can click it in. This also goes in a circle. This is the actual radio, of course. You know, you have all your channels here. I don't listen to the radio. I just put Bluetooth. Then over here on the sides is the AC and heat. So you have the driver's side and the passenger side, and you can change it. So I could have AC, the passenger could have heat, vice versa, whatever, different temperatures. It works really well. I will say it's really, really cold AC actually, which is really nice. And yeah, and then over this way, you also have the push to start right there. This here is for your key fob. It's just an area to put the key fob in. However, my specific key fob, I'm getting it out to show you. I have a case on mine, just because I like the way it looks. It will not fit with a case. So it has to just be the straight up key without the case. But yeah, just right here is the regular gear cluster. So on the left is like how hot or cold the temperature of the car is and the oil in there. On the left, that is your RPM. On the right is your miles per hour, goes up to 160. And then all the way on the right over this way, right here, is the fuel. So if you're at a half a tank, a full tank, whatever. There is an information screen there, as you've seen earlier. So there are a lot of screens in this car. But there's an information screen right there. And that is where you change all of the settings for example, the keyless entry. How long you want the lights to stay on, the keyless entry, if it's one door, two doors, all the doors, whatever. You also have the tire pressure on there, which is nice. And let's see what else you have here. Here's the actual wheel itself. So you have volume up and down for the radio, change the channel if you want, different modes. Right here you have cruise control. And then this is the weird thing, to set the acceleration at cruise control, you actually click the deceleration button. That's to set it where you want it at, and then after that it's like up and down, however you want it. This is to navigate the information screen I was showing you guys. And then on the left, I don't use this really, but you can make phone calls on here. There also is a voice assistant in the car. It's not as good as the ones currently, obviously, but they do have that in there too, so you could use it. You also do have the rear view mirror there. Hello. And it does automatically dim, so if there's like a car behind you that's really bright, it has the sensors there for that, which is nice. Let's see, we have up here at the roof, we have the sunroof, which is really, really nice. And I believe it's tinted. I do believe. It looks slightly darker than the rest of the windows, so it looks tinted, at least. Let's see, up here you have the dome lights that's on and off for the dome lights. Here's where you can hook up garage door openers if you wanted to, also on this side as well. You have a glass case kind of thing going on here, if you want to use that. And let's open this up. You also do have a mirror here, which is nice. You have a handle on this side, driver's side. You have a handle on the passenger side, back seats, both sides as well. Over here, you do have the glove compartment. Give me 1 second to clear it out to show you guys. So here's the glove compartment. It is a soft opening glove compartment, which is nice. There's actually a lot of storage in here. It has a shelf that you can take out. And if you take out the shelf, inside of there is actually the cabin air filter. So it's really easy to replace. You also have these settings here. So whenever the trunk is opened and just keyless access, all of that, you can turn the power on or off, which is really nice. So I'll shut that. You got the speakers on the side. There are a lot of speakers in this car, and they're really good quality, actually. I was really surprised by the sound quality, so that is good. And, well, you have this metal placard here. It says Acura, so that's always... You do have under the door, if I can find where it's at, there it is. Under the door right there, you have a light, so it's a puddle light, which is always a nice thing to have, too. I'm trying to think. There's also speakers here on the two sides. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And electric seats, or electronic seats, I should say. Let me show you that. So you do have electronic seats as well. So you could change it, make it go forward, backward, up, down, have lumbar support. That's what this is, lumbar support right there. There is the headrest, just to kind of give you guys a feel for what it looks like. Something cool with the steering wheel, it goes in and out. It goes up, down, left and right. You can basically make it to wherever you want it to be, which is really, really nice. It's electronic steering too, which is pretty cool. This is my first car that has electronic steering, and it's really nice, actually. I like it. Okay, so now you go to the back seat, and you're greeted with a smaller Acura placard, but it's still nice. The windows that roll up and down right there, lock and unlock, and as I showed you before, I'd have the carbon fiber that wraps around, which is nice. This is something kind of weird. You have the latch here for the back seat. If you actually pull this, the entire bench, the whole bench, this, all of it just comes out. Thing doesn't weigh almost anything at all. But the whole bench can actually just come out real simply. Now let me show you this. Pull that down. And that is the cubby that I was referring to earlier. So it does open just like that. Small extra little space. Now here you have cup holder, double cup holder right there. Really nice, really cool. And you also have your air conditioning here, or heat here, depending on what one you want on. And yeah, it's just really nice. You also have a back little cubby area. It is kind of tight, so you can't really put a whole lot in there, but it's good to have, better than nothing. And here is the gas cap. It is on the left side. But yeah, it's overall a really nice car. I really like it. So yeah, let's talk about ownership of the car. Because now it's been 3 years, I kind of get a feel for the car. I can let you guys know what I think about it. So I think it's a really, really good car. I've only had 2 issues with the car the whole time that I've had it. The only 2 problems I had was it was an airbag system issue, actually. And the cool thing with this car, it actually will tell you like the number that you could look up in Google or GPT or whatever, and you can actually look up exactly what the issue is. And there's always somebody on YouTube or somewhere out there in a forum that tells you exactly what it is. So long story short, it was an airbag system warning, which I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be expensive. Call it around just to kind of see prices. Everybody said it would be a minimum of $500 just to look at it, and it was probably likely going to be about $1,200 to actually fix. I said, I'll just look this up myself using the code, which I did. Ended up being the hazard switch, actually. So when you take off that whole area where the GPS is, you take that little bottom area off, and the hazard switch there, all I had to do was get a new hazard switch. I went to Acura. It was, I believe, $38 or $42, something like that. And it took all of about 5 minutes to take it off and replace it. And that was it. It was really simple. That fixed the error, instantly cleared it. I didn't have to clear anything. It just automatically fixed itself, which is really nice. And yeah, it was like $42. So that's a lot better than $1,200. I'll tell you that. The only other issue that I had was a wheel bearing, but that's just any car. Any car can have that happen to it. But I had to replace the wheel bearing. But as time goes on, you have to do that for your cars regardless. Eventually your wheel bearings are going to go. So I had to replace that. Other than that though, I've had no issues with the car at all. Nothing. The oil changes are really nice. They recommend it on here. I believe it's every 8 or 10,000 miles. And it'll have like a sensor on there. It'll tell you on the information system or the infotainment system. It'll tell you on there when you have to get it changed anyways. So I change it really about once a year because I don't drive a ton, but I get around a little bit. So about once a year I'll change the oil. The oil is cheaper than my first car. I used to have to change my oil in my first car every 3 months, 4 months, somewhere in that range. It was a lot of money and it added up really quickly. This car is really not that bad. Once a year oil changes, even twice a year if you're driving a lot, that's really not that bad. Like, that's not bad at all. And it's really quick and easy. I will say the only bad part about the oil changes is the actual filter. One of the metal struts is kind of in the way, so you have to finagle it without spilling it everywhere. So it's a little bit annoying. Just wear gloves. You'll be okay. It's not that bad, all things considered. But if you have to pick something to complain about, that'd probably be the one thing. Overall though, it's a really nice car, really fun to drive around. The 0 to 60 on it, for me, after doing a couple things to it, it's about 6 seconds, give or take, like 0.1 seconds, maybe 5.9 to 6.1, something like that. But it's a really fun car, really fast car. I really enjoy it. And yeah, I highly recommend it. I really do. I just hit 172,000 miles, so I'm getting a little bit up there in the miles, but again, nothing has ever really gone wrong with it. The cool thing with this car, it actually keeps track of all of the errors that it sends. So if it's a check engine, if the transmission blows, literally anything, tire pressure sensor, everything on there, it shows up in the history of the car for the whole life of the car, and you can't delete that. So if you're trying to buy one, go look throughout the history, make sure everything is all up to spec, make sure there's nothing crazy in there. Like the tire pressure, it's no worries. But if it's something crazy like, oh yeah, you have like a head gasket that's like destroyed, or all of your head gaskets are destroyed, whatever's going on, it'll tell you detailed, like everything going on, and error codes as well. So it's really nice. It gives you a lot of information on there. I think that's really good if you're buying it used. I think that's really, really good. I think every car should have that, honestly. That's great. And you can't even delete it as a owner of the car. So I think that's awesome. But overall, yeah, I highly recommend the car. Haven't had anything go wrong with it. And, I'm changing out the transmission fluid too. The previous owner kept it up really well, but just to be safe, I ended up doing a 3.3 quarts 3 times over transmission fluid change. The reason being is a lot of the times, most 60, 70, somewhere in there, percent of your transmission fluid is in something called the torque converter. So whenever you drain the transmission fluid, you're only getting about like 30, 40% of it out. So I drained that out, put the cap back on, and or the screw back on, the bolt, and then refill the transmission fluid. I did that 3 times over, and it is 3.3 quarts, give or take, 3.2, 3.3. But yeah, the thing just shifts so smoothly. It's a 6-speed car, automatic transmission. It's a 3.5 liter V6. but it's so smooth. You don't even notice that it's shifting. Like, you just keep going. It seems like it's just so linear, like in a straight line. You don't feel like the back and forth unless you really want to. But you know, if you're just driving normal in the city, not going crazy or nothing, it's just really smooth. It's a great experience overall. I love it. The electronic steering is really smooth. You could take tight quarters with this thing, going really fast, and not even really feel much G-force. Like, it handles incredibly. It's a really beautiful car. I love it. I love the way it looks, the way it feels, and I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon. So I hope to make another one of these videos in another like 2 or 3 years. But I think after this video, I think I'm going to start filming another video just showing all the mods that I did to the car. Again, I didn't do anything super crazy. I didn't turbocharge it or, you know, replace the engine and swap it with something else. I didn't do anything like that, but a couple things here and there. But yeah, it was just a fun time overall. Really fun car. I really like it a lot. I hope to see you in the next video. Hope you like the video, and I hope that I'll see you on the road in a 4th generation Acura TL. Oh yeah, one last thing super quick. I noticed, somebody in my comments actually had noticed that these brake lights are not from the latter part, the 2013 and 2014 models of the Acura TL. I only found that out recently. The difference basically is the silver part is, I believe it was blacked out or redded out, but I think it was blacked out, just where the silver is, but there's no real functional difference. Same amount of light, same brightness, like in lumen and everything, so it's not really a huge difference, but that is something that one of my viewers had noticed, so I thought I would mention that. That's actually kind of cool. I never knew that. I literally never knew that. So, but yeah, it's a really good car. I like it overall. I highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. Like the video. It's a really fun car and I really like it a lot. Let's go. Highly recommend it. So just to show you guys, this is the GPS here, and it does change. And just so you can hear it, this is the push to start. And that way you can see some of the screens as well. There's the loading screen that always pops up. Something I was thinking about doing is replacing that loading screen and the whole like information deck or infotainment deck with an SSD. But as far as I know, there's not an easy way to do that. You know, just to make everything faster. Plus the SSD would be a lot lighter in the car compared to the HDD. But yeah, everything's cool though. You go in here and you can scroll. You can see your tire pressure. We just had some cold days and some hot days, so it's gonna be a little bit wonky, the air pressure, but let me see what else you got in here. Average speed, range, and that's with about a half a tank of gas, 256 miles, 21.6 miles per gallon currently, not bad. And yeah, overall it's just really nice. It's a beautiful car. And then something else I didn't mention, but there are paddle shifters. If you see that with the negative sign and that one with the positive sign, the minus and plus, those are paddle shifters. Right here, let me show you. You put it down here instead of into drive, you put it into S, which I call sport, they call sequential. You click minus, you are in gear 1. And then you would just keep using plus. You know, you hit about 2,000, 2,500, 3,000 RPM, somewhere in there, generally. You hit the plus, you go up to the next gear. It does do first to second for you automatically, which is a little bit weird, but honestly, if you're taking a corner and you're going from first to second, you're spinning the wheel. It's kind of hard to hit, like, you know, the positive or like, you know, increase gear button while you're turning, so it does make it a little bit easier in that sense. And the only other thing I can think of too is the key. If you double tap the unlock button on the key fob, it'll actually roll down your windows for you and it'll open your sunroof for you all at the same time. And if you stop holding it, you know, you double click it and you hold on the second click and you let go, let's say halfway, the windows will all just stay halfway, which is really cool. And the sunroof will be half open too, which is different, but you know, it's still really cool though. I like that. So that way you can get all your windows even because I don't know if you're like me, but whenever you're driving with the windows open, you like to have all the windows the exact same height or as close to that as possible. So that makes it a lot easier. But yeah, I like it. One more thing that I just thought about as well is the gas. You can only get premium gas, so 91 or 93. I get 93. But it does say so on the gas tank, like the gas cap. And it says so in the manual too, the owner's manual. But yeah, you can only use premium gas for the car. So don't put like 87 or 89. If you're driving this car, 91 or 93 only. So that part is a little annoying. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's also a better gas. So a little bit better miles per gallon, a little bit better for the environment if you care about that thing or believe in that type of thing. But overall, yeah, it's just a really good car. It's a fun car. I really like it. One last thing that I thought of. So the time zone, it automatically updates because it connects to the satellite for the GPS and everything. So it automatically updates the time zone. So when it's daylight savings time, you don't have to update anything, you don't have to change anything. It just automatically keeps everything up to date, which is really, really nice. I like that.